exchange wherever you like so. Fourth one is talking about the IP attorney. IP attorney, why I'm talking about? Because IP is such a vast area in which you have been learning about the designs, the geographical indications, the trademark, how the positions have been filed, the copyright works, and even now there is also a dilemma of a copyright work over an artificial intelligence. So when you are talking about the IP attorney, you should always know that each and every thing that you have been talking about is coming under the ambit of an IP attorney. So these are also one of an part of an corporate lawyers. In this, you will always be looking forward with the legal consultancies, also compliance work, also risk advisory, also. These all are coming under the ambit of an IP attorneys. Banking and the finance lawyer. The banking and the finance lawyer means the one who has become an bank legal manager working in any of the banks. If I talk about in HDFC, I have to become a bank manager. I have to give one of an exam for it, and then you can become a legal officer in that particular bank. For that, you don't require such type of experiences. But what you have to do is that you have to just clear that particular exam, and you can become a legal officer, right? Sixth one is the competition lawyer or an antitrust lawyer. This is one of the most emerging ones. Why it has been one of an emerging ones? Because people are not being aware about it. If I talk about the Amazon and the Flipkart, both have been selling the same products at the same company, right? But the pricing has been different. So that is something you have to look into for as a competition lawyer or an antitrust lawyer, that whether it is an anti-competition been happening or it has been fair in nature or not. So this is coming under the ambit if you get any chance to do an internship under the Competition Commission of India, you will be able to learn that how the case studies are being resolved, how they are being putting such type of penalties on the companies. So in that, you can become a competition lawyer fund. Now, if I talk about the private equity, now what does private equity means? When the private equity means the agencies that have been different from the law firms and the in-house. The private equities are mostly being played with these startup companies. Why? Because they are one of an equity holder in that particular company. Like you would have also been learned about the Shark Tank lawyers, right? The Shark Tank, if you have been looking into it, there are various, like the Piyush Bansal being the CEO of a Lenskart, right? Now he is able to invest in that particular thing of that particular brand. It is one of an startup, right? So when we are talking about that, this is one of a startup company and one of the company which is already been established is able to put up some type of an money in that particular company being in startup. So that is an example of a private equity lawyers. The last one is the venture capital attorney. If I'm talking about the venture capital, that you are thinking about the expansion of your particular businesses, or you have to go and reside in any of the UN agencies or any of the foreign nations, then you can also go up with a venture capital attorney. So the venture capitalist or the private equity, or I should say mergers and acquisition, these all three can come under the ambit of a transaction lawyer. Why am I talking about the transaction lawyer? Because the transaction lawyer, because these all are part of a transaction lawyers, because when the transaction has been happening in crores or in lakhs, so you need a lawyer who can provide you a good guidance that yes, this amount if you have been investing, then this will have a good opportunity in the future so that there will be no loopholes to be found out. Next slide, please, which is talking about how you can start your journey. So if I am talking about whenever you have to start your journey, you have to first learn how to master in legal drafting. So the first thing is that you can see to understand the purpose and the audience, defining that each and every document that you have to go with a thorough reading of it, that the language should never be in a typical manner. Why I'm saying that it should not be in typical manner? It should be in such a manner that it makes the person more readable. A common person can also read it. You have to not use much of a legal jargon into it, right? Second is the plan structure in the outline. When you are using such type of frameworks, or you have to organize each and every arguments that you're talking about, then you have to see that each and everything is not in the favor of only the plaintiff side or the defendant side. It should be both the parties should be party autonomy, or they should to mutually decide, amicably decide that yes, these all are the terms that we have been able to use. Third is priority of clarity over the complexity. Why I'm talking about prioritizing that? Because the plain language will help the consumers, because that person would not know that what the lawyer has written it, right? So that's why not use much of a legal languages, keep it very short and precise so that the person can able to understand. Fourth one is talking about the revise relentlessly. Why I'm saying that you have to revise it, it should not be in the favor of one party. It should be in the favor of both the parties, so that whenever you are drafting such type of an agreements, you have to read aloud and you have to catch each and every errors. The last is if you are utilizing any of an AI tools, if I talk about Grammarly, so you can have a good clarity, build a template or an agreement for it. If you are just doing in ChatGPT that you have to draft an agreement on these all things, they might give you an idea, but you have to use that the language should be precise. So it's better that if you use a Grammarly tool, because it will help you to rewrite the each and every statements, or will help you in the paraphrasing, so that the grammatical errors will not be there and it will be in a plain text. The last one is talking about the learning from any of the documents, like each and every feedback that you have been able to receive it. So you should know that the quality that you have been producing in your particular documents and the manuals and other parties are able to give you feedback and you are able to inculcate into it. Right? Next slide, please. So, how you have to start your journey? So, where should I begin? So, firstly, you have to build a foundation first. Foundation means that you are learning in your classrooms, talking about the company law, contract law, commercial drafting. There are also some of the 2 credits or the 3 credit courses. In much of the universities, they might have a moot court as a clinical papers, right? So, in that, if you have been participating, so this is one of the foundations that you can learn into your law schools itself. Secondly, what is the second thing that you have to develop an habit? Habit of what? Habit of reading. Now, ma'am, what type of papers should we read as you have to become a corporate lawyer? So, what type of papers you can read is the economic times, the business standards, the life mint. These are some of the papers that you can read so that you get a good idea. The live laws are also there, garden bench is also there. In that you can read such type of laws in which you will also able to gain that how the persons are making such type of perspective on this particular issue, right? How the critical thinking has to be analyzed into it. While the reading, you are able to analyze that particular skills. Thirdly is that you have to learn practical skills. Now, what are the practical skills? Is firstly the drafting, the negotiation, the legal research, while attending the webinars. Even you can also publish this type of an articles, like any of the judgment that has been passed, right? So in that, you can give your dissenting opinions also, whether this judgment has been a positive impact in the society or a negative impact in the society. Because no one will going to judge your particular skills. They will see that no, the person is having their own opinions, right? Whenever we are reading anything judgment, you find it out that the judge would have been not quoting this way or it should be in that way. So that is one of the skills that has been required for any of a lawyer if you're talking within corporate law perspective. Now, if I talk about networking on the LinkedIn, each and every partners or any of an associates, wherever you have to do an internship, you can go and network on LinkedIn so that the people might help you. Some of the people might not respond to your mails, but some of the people might respond to you, right? So it depends that which target audience that you have been opting for it. Participating in the moot courts, so the competitions, because being as a corporate lawyer, you should always be participating in the negotiation competitions rather than a moot courts. Why I'm saying so? Because the negotiation skills is one of a crucial part in the corporate lawyer. The moot courts are being litigated options that when you're talking about the litigations, the moot courts are talking about the arguments. But in the corporate lawyers, the arguments have been drafted in another manner, like we drafted in a negotiation competition or a negotiation plans that have been drafted in. Though you have to also give a petition draft reply accordingly, but it differs that which type of a negotiations that you have been opting for. Now, even we have also having the corporate restructuring competitions also, that when a company has been winding up, that what are the plans that you can talk about with the strategies, right? So these are also some of the competitions in which you can participate. If you don't wish to go and participate it, you can just also participate in the drafting competitions also. If I talk about any of the competitions, having an essay competitions, or any of the corporate plans are to be drafted into it. So in that also you can participate, because the drafting skills has to be the prior one. Second is the auditory skills. If I talk about that, you are able to convince your client that no, I will be able to resolve your particular issue, right? So these are something how you can start your particular corporate law journey. Next slide, please. So this is the flowchart as you can see on the screen, that what is the future of the law firm. This is something that in a company you can find a legal advisor also, you can have a project management also, you can have a legal products also, and you can have a managed services also. So whenever you are targeting any of an internships, the main motto should not be there that you are only getting in certificates, that you have to add it into your law schools and they will give you a credit-based score, A, B, C, or whatsoever the grade you need. So during an internship, you should always learn that why this particular clause has been written in this agreement. Why was this document being amended? So these are something that you have to look into. Apart from this, you also have to observe that what is the pattern, how they're doing in client meeting. Do they do it regularly, or do they do in 2 months only twice, or in once only? So that is something, the observation that you have to look into in courts, how the negotiations have been taking place, how you're able to draft the emails, the etiquette that you have to follow while you're drafting any of your emails, how time management has been playing a crucial role. So I will always recommend you that you should never chase about any of the law firms which has been in top tier. Because when you learn from any of the boutique law firms, that will give you a more insight rather than any of the top tier firms. Because the Tri-Legal, SAM, Ketab, etc. might have a lot of employees working, a lot of students do the internships also, right? So in that case, if you are learning with so many lawyers and so many lawyers are giving you so many tasks to do, so it becomes very difficult for us that how we have to resolve, right? So that's why my recommendation would be that you should always target a small law firms in which there is only 4 to 5 associates or 2 to 3 associates. So in that you will able to learn that how the corporate works or how the corporate law works. So they will able to tell you that no, you have to do the research like this, you have to search like this, you can go in this particular website and search this type of import listing can be done. So in that, the main focus on this particular intern will be more rather than if you go for any of it top tier law firms. Sometimes a smaller office will give you much better than a practical exposure. So that's why you should always go for any certificate law firms. So it's my perspective. Let's just depends upon you. So this is say one of the future of the corporate lawyer. This future opportunities has been rapidly been increasing. So when we're talking about the legal desktop for the future, you have to look that you have been a full-time lawyer, you have been a part-time lawyer, you have been a subject matter lawyer, service lawyer, or you're just and starting agencies, right? There are various organizations that they have and young professionals also. If I talk about the RBI, if I talk about the CTIL, Center for Trade and Investment Law, the Ministries of Corporate Affairs. So they also have various types of lawyers, but these are some type of think tanks or the public policy that they have been making into it. So these are some purpose that when you are talking about the corporate lawyer, you can enter into various law fields. Interactive properties also, export change and technologies also, matter management, contract drafting, contract review, legal analytics, legal research. In some of the firms, you can only act as a researcher, not as a lawyer. So it depends on what area that you are able to choose into. Next slide, please. So the internships and the practical exposure that I already told you, that choosing learning with the brand names in the early stage. Like if you wanted to do in a brand name that I have done an internship in the trilingual for 1 month, so it might not help you much in your CV. But if you say in a boutique law firm, I have done for a 6 months internship, that will have a boost in your CV. Why it will have a boost in your CV? Because you have been a loyal to any of one firm, and that one firm has taught you so many things that trilingual in 1 month couldn't teach you, right? So that's why that's a particular my tip. Though it's up to you that you have to take it or not. Choose learning over any of your brand names in the early stages. So when you are in your second year or in third year, when you know that no, this type of it works, I have been familiar about it, and then you can go and target to any of your brand names. So firstly, you have to understand the practical legal framework, then you have to learn the drafting and the research, then you can explore the different areas. When you are in your initial stage of a law school, for the first 3 years, you should explore each and everything, right? Now, what is one each and everything? Firstly, you should go for an NGO, non-governmental organizations. Secondly, you can go for a district court or session courts. Thirdly, you can go up within High Court. Fourthly, you can go up within Supreme Court, because in 1 year you get in 2 times of internships, right? Fifthly, you can go up and work in any different law firms, right? Sixthly, you think that no, the corporate law is also emerging one, so I should go and do an internship in the IP firms also. So in that also you can do it into the after your third year, you have to decide that which area was the best. That you are liking the work of a ministry, you are liking the work of in corporate law, or you are liking the work of in district court, you're liking the work of in Supreme Court. Then after your third year, you can plan your internships in such a manner that you can go and apply in various Supreme Court AORs lawyers, because you are thinking the litigation would be the best one for me, right? So for the next 2 years, you have to only target in that particular field. Because starting 3 years, you have explored each and everything, and then you have realized, no, this area I can excel into it, and then you can go for this particular practical exposures. So this is something that your CV will also tell that yes, this person has explored each and everything, and then later on after the 3 years, they're able to decide that yes, this is the particular field in which I have to excel into it. So doing in 1 month or 2 month internships or doing in online internships will not be a benefit to boost your CV. So to boost your CV, it should show a 6 months internship. So in that, a person can ask you various questions that within 6 months, what you have learned in research, what you have learned in drafting, so you will able to answer it, and it shows that you have been loyal to one of the firms also, right? So that is one of the examples for the internships and the practical exposures. In these ways, you can go and explore it. Next slide, please. So now we are talking about the future of the corporate law. The future of the corporate law has been changing rapidly. If I talk about the AI governance, the AI regulation, the technology contracts that have been happening. So being a contract master, you have to always remember that this is one of a life-changing era. Why it has been life-changing era? Because the contracts that have been drafted with the same clauses, but it differs with the company's perspective and the different mindsets that we have been looking into it. So these are one of the growing areas. Technology and the AI regulation, ESG and sustainability, environmental reporting are being there, corporate sustainability is there. If I talk about the data protection and the cross-border transactions that have also been happening, the international contracts, the foreign investment, the international arbitrations. So these are something a future of a corporate lawyer. The data protection and the privacy, when we have been following the EU GDPR laws, then we also have an DPDP Act, then how these are being prevented and how these ecosystems can help us to understand that this is one of a competitive advantage for us doing for the future of a corporate lawyer. Next slide, please. Yes. So coming up with a conclusion that the corporate law is no longer just an optional career, but it is one of a dynamic and globally connected legal field. When we are talking with the international perspective, we also need a corporate lawyer. When we're talking about the national perspective, you also need a lawyer. So success does not only depends upon the grades that you are getting in your classroom learning. So it depends upon your consistencies, the curiosity that you have, the practical learning that you are getting, the networking, the communication skills. So these are the basic criteria that if these criteria are being fulfilled, then you can become a good corporate lawyer. So starting today, that you can read one of a business news daily. This can be one of a habit. Improve one draft every week so that you can have a good draft at the end of it. Completing a meaningful internships, as I already talked about, that the internships should not be about that you're collecting a certificate. It should about that you're able to learn into it. And your corporate lawyer career will build through consistently with the small efforts that you are able to gain out of it. Right? So thank you everyone for your participation. Now I would be happy to answer your questions if you have any.
Anybody, if have any question, just unmute your mic and ask.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
How can we search for corporate internship online or offline?
Yeah, the first website that you can go up with the law purpose in which various legal internships have been offered into it. Secondly, you can also go with the law of, or if you can also go with the networking in the LinkedIn's. There are various law firms, you can follow them. They might have such type of an internships been posting on their LinkedIn profiles also, and you can apply accordingly.
Thank you, ma'am.
Palak is having a question that being a second year student, what should I focus right now? As there is no corporate subjects as such, also I have to decide that which field of corporate to choose. See, firstly, when I talked about the internship and the exposure, so right now when you are in your second year, you should explore each and every field. I should say that you should go in the litigation also, you should go in the corporate also, you should go in think tanks also, you should go in an NGO also. And then you can decide it that which type of an internships makes you the best lawyer or makes you in good interest over that particular subject. Then accordingly, you can go and choose that particular thing. The corporate lawyer, being a corporate lawyer for the first initial 3 years, you might not study such type of subjects, right? So when you are not able to study that type of subjects, but you are doing an internship, so it might become difficult for you. So that's why if you have to learn that no, I am only interested in the IP laws, then you can go and do such type of certification courses from the WIPO. There are various free online courses being offered by the UN. You can go and register into it and you can learn about it rather than waiting that the law schools will be teaching you after the 3 years, right? So these strategies, if you go and offer it, then you can go and gain such type of an internship for it. What
Hello,
are
ma'am.
yes?
Ma'am, what practical skills should every law student focus on to succeed in corporate law?
Okay. The first skill is the research skill because that is required in a litigation as well as a corporate lawyer. Second is the communication skills, that how you're able to convince your particular clients, right? Third is the drafting skills, because when you are been drafting any petition, you should know that how you have to give a reply of that petitions, right? Fourth is the searching engines. You should know how to use the Manupatra. Now the Manupatra is also having an AI version into it. Then you should know how simultaneously I can use it into it. How effective that research can be, rather than quoting any of it false case laws, right? So if these four skills you have, you can succeed as a good lawyer. Though law is all about the common sense, if you use that common sense in a very efficient manner, then you can go and excel in any different field, whether you are going in a litigation field or whether you are going in a corporate field.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I just want to ask that as a third year law student, which subject should I focus most to build a career in corporate law?
You are in which year?
Ma'am, in third year.
Okay, so any corporate law subjects have you studied about?
Ma'am, right now we are having like IPL, we are having PIL, we are having, and Indian Contract Act. Companies Act is not yet come, but Indian Contract Act is there. Criminal law, company law is not there. But so, which subject should I focus on?
Okay. So you have an interest over in corporate law subjects only, or you are just
Yes, ma'am.
trying to explore that particular field?
No, no, ma'am. I want to build my career in corporate field only. So that's why.
Okay. Then you should firstly go within boutique law firms, which have been focusing on the corporate transactions if I talk about. The first one, you can go and apply in CCI, Competition Commission of India. If you are in private, if you are studying in a private institution, then they might take you, because I was also studying in private institution, the CCI took me, right? So in that, you will able to learn that how the corporate law works. Secondly, if you think any of your boutique law firms that has been specialized with the corporate transactions, mergers and acquisitions, they don't have much of the associates been in their firms. In that, you can go and target it. Thirdly, you can also go and target with any defense centers. Like if I talk about the Minister of Corporate Affairs, they also give you a stipend also. So be any of a law student, being from a non-educated,
धीरे 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 बेबी स्लो डाउन condom ओ
okay. So in that manner, you can go and search it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm doing BA LLB, and I thought that many of the law firm corporate companies prefer BCom LLB or BA LLB over the BA. So, can I do like a get into corporate while I'm doing BA with
No, it's
LLB?
not like that. If you've done a BLLB, if you've done a BBLLB, or if you've done BCom LLB, that doesn't make any of a distinction. It just depends upon your interest. Like I have an interest in studying a sociology, that's why I opted for BLLB. I have a study of a strategy or the management skills, that's why I opted for an BBLLB. So corporate law firms will never focus upon that you've done in BLLB, BCom LLB, or in BBLLB. They will only focus upon your CV, that how good are you in drafting skills. If you're good in your drafting skills, then you are able to succeed in that particular law firm. You can never get a rejection on the basis of your BLLB, BCom LLB, or BBLLB.
Ma'am, one more question. That if I'm studying in like private institution that is in tier 3, so how can I approach corporate firms or companies like in that is in city?
Yes. So in a tier 3 city, when you have been searching, though you are on Google, you can go and search every of a law firm. can call them, you can ask them the HR details, the email addresses that you can get, or if you have in time, you can go and visit their particular office. You can go and meet the partners or an associate. So then you can go and approach for any of your internships. That is the best kind of.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, NLU, which NLU letter
Excuse me, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Hello,
Yes, you are audible.
ma'am. Myself Prakshal Jain, and ma'am, I'm currently doing a company secretary course. Ma'am, my question is, ma'am, ma'am, I am not able to go get expertise in company corporate law. Ma'am, how do I get expertise in it?
See, if you want to have an expertise, so you are pursuing your company secretary course. So I have also completed my executive course, but I didn't appear for my professional courses because I have to give up my license of an advocacy, right? So both the things I can practice. But if you have an interest within compliance work or in due diligence work, then you have to look into it. Then how you can be focused into it. So having a dual degree will be an advantage for you because a company who is looking for any of your compliance work will also think that no, he can also act in the capacity of a legal advisor also, right? So if you are doing a dual course, then it will be a good advantage for you, no doubt.
Ma'am, one more question. Like, ma'am, I was, ma'am, getting stuck in drafting in company law. So, ma'am, is there any channel, ma'am, which can teach me a drafting, ma'am? Like,
Yeah,
because
from
I,
8th of July, I will only be teaching you the drafting course. If you want to enroll in that particular course, you will be able to learn that how the drafting has to take place.
ma'am, in this boot camp.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I enrolled, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am, just one more question. There is
Yes.
a famous belief that companies only prefer NLU students. So, is there any chance of us getting selected in internships?
Yes. I have also done various internships in the top tier firms. I am also from a private institution. So it depends that how you are drafting your particular CV. The CV should be most powerful one. Like if I'm talking about that I have to go in an IP firm, right? So the CV should only show that I've done work only related to the IP. Then the company will hire you. But if you tell them, no, I have done an internship in the district court also, I've done an internship in the Supreme Court also. So these type of things will degrade your skills and they will not like to appoint you as an intern also. So that's why whenever you are targeting any of in corporate law firms, you should always study about that firm, that firm has been focused on which type of laws. And that type of laws, whatever you have done, the courses, workshops, the moot courts, whatever you have done, that you can mention. You don't have to mention each and everything that every in my 3 years I have done these all things. They are not been interested because the firm has been focused on that particular specific area. So that specific area, if your CV has been disclosed, each and everything, then yes, they will surely appoint you as an intern.
Can we write articles about the field they are working in, the company?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
Can we write article about the
Yes,
specific niche they are the corporate
yes.
like company work?
You can publish blogs, you can publish research papers, you can publish research articles. So that shows that you have done a good research as well as a good drafting and publish in a reputed and news journals. Because that is something a good authentic one, rather than if you go within peer reviewed the paid publications, they might not give you a chance for it. So that's why whenever you have been opting for any of the thing, so you should always focus on these things. The bar and bench articles you can publish, live law blogs you can publish, so that the people from an industry read there.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
So, ma'am, I had a question. Ma'am, in corporate law, how can a law student understand the commercial and the business side of a transaction instead of only reading the legal provisions?
See, to understand the commercial of the business transaction, you have to learn that what is as being a lawyer, often commercial lawyer, if I talk about. So you are able to learn that these are the particular clauses. Now, with that clauses, you are able to also analyze that this particular company is having this particular stake. The 10% stake is there, the 20% stake is there of this person. So when you are studying these all are coming under the ambit of our company's laws. But when you are talking about the business transactions that we are talking about, like we have to set up any of an enterprises. So the forms there which are available differently. So for that also you need a lawyer that you will be able to study in the company executive courses also. That this particular company has to be established. So that is something apart from compliance work, right? So when we are talking about the compliance work, so being a lawyer, you should also know the compliance work that how it is to be done.
Excuse me, ma'am. I guess, ma'am,
Excuse me, ma'am.
as I have a
Thanks for the
yeah.
opportunity, ma'am. First of all, I have three questions. Like my first question is, as I'm a LLB student, so to start my career as a corp in the do I need to study any specific course or specialization related to the corporate law? And the second question is, do we need to pass the bar council also to like our corporate law? And finally, so what is the average starting salary for any law jobs?
Sorry, I couldn't understand your question.
Hello?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my question is that, ma'am, as I'm doing company secretary course, so, ma'am, which course with the add-ons like which I should pursue with company secretary, and which basically increase my skills in finance, in law, because
You
I'm I
are,
like to
you are pursuing your company secretary course. You are also doing
right.
your law course also. Now, apart from this, you have to do another certification course, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So relating to what field you have to do? The drafting field you have to do.
I'm like I'm a law field and finance. I mean law finance. Ma'am, because I like to finance. I like finance law both.
So you are liking finance, right? You can go with
Yes.
the SEBI. You can visit the SEBI website. There are various online certification courses. If you don't want to wish to do, you can also register under NISM, National Institute of Securities Market. In that also you can do various type of certification courses online.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
That will help you.
Ma'am, this is Lakshman. I'm a LLB student.
Hello, ma'am.
So,
Hello, ma'am. Can you pardon, please? What you say? NISU? Can you pardon?
NISM, National Institute of Securities Market.
NISL.
NISM.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I also had a follow-up question. Ma'am, what are the most common mistakes as a beginner we make while learning drafting, especially in corporate documents like agreement or legal opinions? Do you have any advice for that?
The common mistakes are various. It depends on how you're reading. If you have a good reading habit, then I would say that you won't make any of your mistakes, right? But if you have a very good reading skills, or if you have been very not been reading such type of an articles only and drafting it directly, then you might face a lot of difficulties, right? Now with the use of an AI, you can make it very easy. First thing. Second is whenever the AI is giving something, you have to read it thoroughly because sometimes the words interpretations are to be in such a manner that it should be in a plain language in the precise manner. That I already explained that whenever you have been drafting any of a legal draft, you have to read that particular draft thoroughly rather than just copy pasting it from an AI. Right? The common mistakes that you can offer it is the legal provisions. Why I am saying that? Because you might think that no, this provision should also be added, this provision should also be added. Sometimes we think with the perspective of only our benefit, right? So we also have to think with the perspective of the other company's perspective also. So that is one of the main common mistakes that a lawyer might do.
Thank you
Hello,
so much, ma'am.
hello, ma'am. Rahul this side.
I'm sorry to interrupt for a while, as we have so many questions. But if you have any further questions, we are providing the email address. We are providing the email ID of ma'am, so you can type the email and ask your questions.
One last question, may I ask?
If it's short, then please do it quickly.
Okay, thank you. Hello, ma'am. Rahul this side. I have a queries on is the good opportunity in the data privacy law.
Yes, there is a good opportunity in the technology law. That is one of the data privacy laws. How you can go and excel into it is the firstly that I talked about the technology contracts that you can look into. Like you are using various of an AI tools, the Grok AI, the Gemini AI, the Copilot, the chat GPT, or any of an open AI services, right? So you can look into their particular technology contracts and you can have a good role into it, because many of the law firms are also having such type of an tie-ups, right? If you would have been come across any of a draft made AI that is providing a contract drafts for the lawyers. So in that you can see into the what are the loopholes that you can find it out as in lawyer for data privacy laws.
Ma'am, is there any best platform to learn?
Yes, if I talk about the best platform from the UN website, if you visit the EU GDPR, in that there are various courses that you can learn about the DPDPR.
Ma'am, pardon, please.
You can go and visit the EU website or the UN websites relating to the data privacy. You will get N numbers of free certification courses in which you can learn about the data privacy laws
Okay,
in
thank you.
India as well as the international exposures.
Ma'am, I have one question. How to build a professional resume?
Kindly provide every queries in a mail. I will be reverting you by end of the day.
Excuse me,
Okay,
what?
then as uh, from now, please ask your questions. I have provided the email with you. All right.
Okay.
Okay then. So as we have reached to the end of this session, I would like to thank ma'am for her detailed explanation about what corporate law exactly is. And I would like to thank Lawchemy for organizing this boot camp. But we also have some surprises for you. The first one is I am going to drop a message in the comment in the chat box. So from that you can fill the Google form. After that you will get the e-certificate as well. So the second thing is we are also launching a corporate law certificate course. But those who have attended the boot camp, they will get an extra additional discount for it. The original price of the corporate law course is 1,000 rupees. But if you have attended this boot camp, you will get it for only 800 rupees. So this is an opportunity for those who want to build their career in corporate law, as ma'am has given a detailed explanation about what exactly we can pursue in corporate law. Like we can draft the mergers and acquisition agreement, we can do contract drafting, and we can also be the part of a company in the form of a legal advisor, in-house counsel as well. So this offer is since this offer is for only limited time period, only first 40 participants will get this chance to enroll themselves in the corporate law course boot in the corporate law course, and this offer is only valid for 36 hours. So enroll yourself in the course, and the link for the registration shall be provided with you on our WhatsApp group. So now I am just dropping the I'm just dropping the Google Form link so that you can get your certificate. After that, I will drop the link for registration, so you can do the registration as well. So thank you for attending with us and stay tuned with us for future as well.
Sir, sorry to disrupt. Can you give a brief summary what will be included in this course?
Ma'am, would you like to give the brief introduction about the course? The brief introduction about the course shall be provided with you. You just drop a message in the WhatsApp group. I will give the brief introduction about it. Okay?
Thank you everyone for joining. You all can drop me. I have also given my LinkedIn profile, and also you can drop me your queries. I will be giving you all the rewards for your questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am,
you
for
so
your
much.
guidance.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
All the
ma'am.
participants just fill the Google form. After that, you will get the certificates.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
धन्यवाद मैम।
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Do you have any query?
Sir, how to learn drafting?
For drafting, we have already launched a course about it. So if you want to learn drafting, mail on the you can directly mail on the provided mail ID. So ma'am will give the answer of your question.
Okay. Is this free for any charges?
The drafting course,
Yeah, it will be free or it will be take charge.
ma'am will teach you the drafting in the course as well. So
Okay.
if you enroll in the course, you will learn you will learn the basic knowledge about drafting as well.
How many it take charge?
The charges of our course is 1,000 rupees, but since you have attended the boot camp, you will get the discount and you will have to pay only 800 rupees for enrolling yourself in the certificate course.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
We will be getting the certificate through email.
yes, you will get the certificate via email.
And after how many days?
Within 1 week.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, one thing, I'm sharing my all the data with you. How will we provide security to our data will be not mismatched and you will not share anyone
What kind of data you are providing to me?
our mail ID, our phone numbers, and our details. So much you asking details in the Google form, and
Hmm.
is there any guarantee, any security you are providing to us to you are not sharing our data from the any form or any client or any other company?
See,
Good question.
since we are a private company, we do not share
Sir,
any
sir.
passenger
Hello,
data
hello,
with anyone else.
hello, Miss. Sir, what's your name? I don't know, but my concern is that we are lawyers and just asking somebody asked about the data privacy law, and I have got a
Okay.
question in my mind. If I am sharing my data with you, what the guarantee you are providing to us, to all the members we are attending your boot camp? Is there any you are providing any guarantee to not sharing our data to any firms or any company or any other things? Because if you are sharing our mail ID to anyone, they get start adding, yeah, endorsing their on the products on our mail, and our inbox are will got full. Yeah, our any types of the data will be shared from the any hacker will be get, then we will be exposed.
See, the thing is, you are giving your information with us, you are sharing your information with us, so we ensure that all the informations are safe.
Sir,
But
your sir,
other than our course, if
sir,
you are,
sir,
let
listen,
me complete first.
sir,
Let me
listen.
complete first.
Yeah, yeah. You are hosting
I
the
know about your
sir,
concern, what
you
you are
are
trying to
hosting,
say.
sir. You are host our boot camp. You have
Okay.
free to speak anything, but you can't give any written guarantee with all the members.
I'm giving the assurance.
Sir,
We will not share your data.
is there any written insurance for us?
See, the thing is, you have joined the course via your consent. We
Not,
did not
sir,
encourage you.
sir,
But the
bhaiya,
thing, let
sir,
me complete
sir,
first. I
sir,
know your concern.
sir, that means you are sharing our data to any other firms because we are joining your boot camp in our concern. So you are try to share our data with anyone. That is your point.
Let me clarify one by one
सर
your point.
क्योंकि आपके कहने का मतलब है हमने खुद आया चल के तो हम आपके डाटा को कहीं भी शेयर कर सकते हैं।
No, no, no.
नहीं सर,
That doesn't mean.
सर आपके कहने का मतलब यही है और कुछ
You
नहीं
are
है।
interpreting it by yourself. I'm not saying that.
नहीं, मैं इंटरप्रेट
Let me
नहीं कर
finish
रहा
it.
हूँ सर, मैं
First
नहीं
thing,
कर
let
रहा हूँ
me
ये
finish
चीजें।
it. Let me clear your concern by one. Just listen to me. So the first thing is you have joined our boot camp by your choice. Okay?
सर सर
And
फिर
let
सर
me
सर
complete. Let me complete.
सर
Let
आपने
me
बोला
complete.
कि
After that, you can tell your concern.
सर
Now,
आप
and
नहीं
second thing is
सर
we are.
फिर आप फिर ये चीज बोल रहे हो कि आपके कंसर्न से कर रहे हैं। सर आप मतलब इंस्टा सर ये क्या लेट सर कंप्लीट इडियट ये कौन लिख रहा है ये ऐसे टेक्स्ट पे?
First, to
भाई
listen to me. What
भाई
I'm trying to say.
सर भाई एक मिनट मैं कह रहा हूँ जो भी ऐसे मतलब अगर